in this time of the COVID-19 crisis. Just as an example, I worked in the hotel industry as a manager in a hotel. I'll see that suddenly a lot of rooms empty. And then I realized nobody's coming in, staying in my hotel. There's not enough money coming into the company. Soon I'll get orders to cut down the cleaning staff. Some cost saving measures will be suggested to be by my company. But then I'll soon realize that my own job is in danger because who am I to manage if there's nobody staying in my hotel? When we talk about the Indian economy, we talk about three main sectors. Agriculture is about 16% of our gross domestic product range. 54% or so is the service sector, which is not construction, not agriculture, but services that help you run businesses and run households and so on. The rest of the economy is the industrial sector.
But with the coming of the COVID-19 outbreak, it seems that the time has come when our economy is all set to get admitted to the ICU.
According to several estimates, it looks like we will not grow this year. In terms of our real GDP, we will not grow this year. We are also very likely that we will probably shrink in terms of real GDP.
So how do we measure the size of the Indian economy?
Well, currently we look at the total value of goods and services produced in the Indian economy in terms of 2011 pricing. For example, if the Indian economy produced 1 kg apple and 1 meter cloth in 2019-2020, and the price of apples was 200 rupees per kg in 2011, and the price of cloth was 100 rupees per kg in 2011, then India's GDP 2019-2020 would be rupees 300. We don't want to be confused with increase in prices. We want to measure the quantity of production, and we want the quantity of production to increase, not just its value in terms of today's prices.
The ongoing economic crisis due to COVID-19 is way different from the crisis that our parents have seen in the past.
If we compare the 2008 crisis, the world GDP was still growing. The kind of economic crisis that we are looking at right now, given the COVID-19 pandemic and the consequent economic lockdown, is really one of the worst crises in my lifetime, and that's also true for the lifetime of most of the people in the world right now. The problem is that the world GDP is going to shrink by a significant amount, and the same is true for India, the same is true for many other countries in the world.
So to improve the current economic situation, we have to really take care of small businesses. They might be in cities, they might be in villages. So there are many examples of, let's say, sports good manufacturing, small firms engaged in transporting products, agricultural products from point A to point B, and so on. There are these small industries that comprise about 30% of our GDP and give employment to crores of Indians.
But we also need to give widespread cash and income transfers to counter hunger, starvation, and because the central problem is the lack of demand. And this shortfall in demand is the central thing that needs to be addressed. And that is something, at least so far in the announced measures, that we have not seen enough of. So if we look at what governments across the world are doing, they are giving money into the hands of the poorer people, which means that boosts demand, which means that various firms can sell their products and earn money and give employment. And that is something that we need from our government.